This morning, brother, the Mex came out and bust on the boy Torey. You know, they airlifted him and all that, so, you know, that's going to respond. When we come off this shit, we're going to respond the right way to that.
They laid the yard down?
No, it happened in the building.
What was it over? It was over some, what he had did he have a debt, a gambling debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. Shit, we don't even really know. We don't even know the whole situation, you know?
So it was just like some foul play, so it's finna be up.
Yeah, it's for sure with some foul play.
Damn, cuz. Wasn't nobody right there with him when it happened? Wasn't nobody right there with him when it went down?
Yeah, I guess nobody wasn't. He was by himself.
What's good, y'all? The boy C-Class, a.k.a. the Chicken Man. We back with another one. Today we're going to talk about the Torey Lanez case. The real reason why Torey Lanez was stabbed and the real reasons of who behind it and why it was done. See, a lot of people talk about Torey Lanez case, but they got to get to the meat and potatoes of what actually happened with Torey Lanez. So as we know right now, Torey Lanez was stabbed 14 times, right? 14 times in the California State Prison. 7 times in the back, 4 times in the torso, the face, and somewhere else, you know what I mean? They add up to 14 stab wounds, you know what I'm saying? If you know anything about prison, you know 14 stab wounds mean a nigga was on you, he was going in. He was doing one of these, you get what I'm saying? That's 14 wounds right there. They say it was done by a Mexican, you know what I'm saying? Mexican. Now, we don't know if it's a Norteño, Sereno, or what. But, end of the day, they said that Torey Lanez was becoming a big dog in there, you know, not such as a gangster, but with the peoples, moving around with the guys, you know what I'm saying? Making his name known, and, you know, holding himself down, spending money in there, giving the guys bread, making sure the guys are straight in there. And they say the Mexican mafia, or the Mexican gang felt the way. It felt like he was too big of a chess piece on the board, because he able to give the blacks money to maybe buy drugs, you know what I mean? He might have pull with CEOs to bring in phones, you know what I'm saying? Bring in drugs, you know what I'm saying? Might have pull to bring in razors, and who knows what things his name and pull may come with that these guys want him out the way. They want him out the way, and for him to get hit up like that, that's murder. Their plan was for Torey Lanez to be dead. Torey Lanez was not supposed to be alive today. His plan was for Torey Lanez to be dead, you know? And they said is how it happened. So how it happened, they said, is 7:20 a.m., regular day, you know, prison, wake up, breakfast, shower, your routine. Usually, most prisons, they open the gates one by one, but not right behind each other. Usually, maybe about 15, 20, 30 minutes, give each person time to get their towels, get their toothbrush, their soap, and be able to go to the shower. But as we know, and as we've seen, well, most of us have seen, dudes in jail know how to open their cells, you know what I mean? They know how to get their cell doors open, you know what I'm saying, without a key. So, in this instance, it seems like the dude in Torey Lanez, come on, son. It seems like the Mexican dude in Torey Lanez case, right, had his cell open. He had to have his cell door open. Wait, they said as soon as Torey Lanez came out his cell and was walking to go, you know, brush his teeth, you know what I'm saying, do certain stuff, the guy attacked him, you know what I'm saying? He attacked him. And they said his wounds was from behind, you know what I'm saying? So that tell you right there, when Torey Lanez walked out, he woke up, moseying on, he walking to go to the shower, you know what I'm saying? Because in the day, Torey Lanez is on a deck full of all Mexicans. But obviously, it may have been tensions, but the tensions didn't go that far. You know what I'm saying? It didn't go that far because obviously he's still there. He didn't get stabbed until yesterday. So what I'm trying to say is it was a hit. A shot caller called a hit. A Mexican cannot stab a black man in prison without there being a shot call, without there being a green light. And for that to happen at 7:20 in the morning, that means there was a green light put on Torey Lanez the night before or days before. It was a green light put on Torey Lanez, and they was told that if you see him, he come out of cell, you do it. And they say the person who took the hit was a corn dog. And it's usually a corn dog. The reason why they gave him the hit because he had the most access to Torey, you know? Who was close to Torey? Who's in the cell next to him? Who's on the same tier as him? Who can be able to get next to him? And that was the guy, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty sure his compadres is calling him all the goats and everything he can be right now. You know what I mean? He's one of the big dogs right now. He poked up Torey Lanez. So whoever Mexican boy is right now, he's getting all the praises and everything because guess what happens now? Once Torey Lanez gets stabbed up on that tier, he gets removed from that tier. So maybe that was the plan. Maybe Torey Lanez was dominating the tier. Maybe he was supplying the dudes on the tier with shit and they got tired of it. They wanted him off that tier. Or just maybe out that jail because in the day, he got stabbed 14 times. That's a murder, you know what I'm saying? That's attempted murder. But that was a hit. If anybody know anything about prison, that was a hit. That was sent in by them people, you know what I'm saying? Them people put that bread up and said, yo, your boy gotta go, you know what I mean? Your boy gotta go, you know what I mean? They fed up with Torey Lanez in there for whatever reasons. But to keep it a million, Torey Lanez was a victim of a contract hit. That was a contract hit for Torey Lanez. There's no way that you've been on the tier that long with these people and one morning you wake up and they do that. Because right now, it's going to be a riot. You know what I mean? It's going to be a race war because the blacks can't have that. The blacks cannot have a Mexican taking out one of the major pieces on the chessboard and nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of Torey Lanez, a rapper, singer, if you're from Canada, it don't matter. The blacks in that jail is about to go up. It's about to be 30 days or 30 nights of bloodshed. But the ill part about that is the Mexicans plan for it. They know that. They plan for it. They ready for it. They prepared for it. The Mexicans ain't stupid. They know as soon as they hit Torey Lanez that this right here is about to go crazy. You know what I mean? So they've been on point. It's just the blacks wasn't on point. The blacks just found out that it's a war. And that's how they move. Them guys are sneaky. They real sneaky in prison. So you got to always be prepared for the worst. And that's just how it is when you in them prisons. Especially California State Prison. You got Bloods, Crips, you got Norteños, Sureños, you got Mexican Mafia, you got Asian Mafia, you got Samoans, you got, you know what I'm saying, Muslims, you know, Black Panthers. You got all type of gangs in there. And mind you, the regular gangs got about 90 different sets in those gangs. So Torey Lanez being in that prison was the worst thing that could have happened to him, you know? Just to the strength of being in the jail in California and you from a whole nother city. So my best advice for Torey Lanez, man, only thing I could tell a dude like that is, you gotta get back. Gotta get back. That's it. Gotta get back. Gotta get back. So let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, because this situation is far from over. You gotta think about this, right? Torey Lanez had 2 collapsed lungs. 2 of his lungs collapsed. You know what I'm saying? That means your lungs is filled up with blood. That means you spitting up blood out your mouth. I mean, you can't breathe. So you can imagine Torey Lanez at the moments where he walking out his cell, relaxing, and not realizing that, he get hit up. He get hit up. He get hit up so bad that there's nothing he could do but pretty much yell, try to fight him off. But in the day, if you ain't armed with nothing, you ain't strapped with nothing, straight victim. And that's how he got hit 14 times. I mean, 7 times in the back. That mean came out that cell, dude ran up on him, right? And then you laid them down. When they laid them down, That's how he got all the torso stabs, you know what I'm saying? And while he was down, he hit him in that face to try to take him out, you know what I'm saying? So he hit him in the back, in the back, laid him down, the stomach, and then the face, try to finish him off, you know? And the thing about it was, dude knew he getting caught. Dude knew his cameras through the whole prison system. You know what I mean? Dude was prepared to do life. You know what I'm saying? Dude was prepared to add more time to whatever time he got, whatever case he got. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is one of those cases where it's one of the cases where nothing you could do about it unless you be prepared. And obviously, Torey Lanez wasn't prepared. You know, I'm pretty sure he knew how dangerous it is in jail. He knew the dangers. He just, you know, he probably haven't got to anything that serious, you know, so he felt like that he wasn't under attack. You know what I'm saying? Where his guards was down something, where he was just walking out the cell. And also, I'm pretty sure there was no CO out right there. CO probably usually in a bubble. I mean, just pressing the button for you to come out. So he was helpless. He was helpless. And all the other black dudes probably was locked in their cell where they couldn't get out to help him, you know? Sad situation. But I'm out. It's your boy C-Class, aka FCC. Torey Lanez, get well. You know what I mean? Get your banger, get your get back. You know what I'm saying? He still got some years left. You got to realize that if you got 10 years and you got maybe 3 or 4 left, if you get into drama with anybody, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, you become that enemy. Like, they stabbed you, you ain't stabbed them. But guess what? No matter what jail you going, you're an enemy to the Mexicans now, because they know you got beef with them. You know what I mean? You want to get back. So the Mexicans is going to be looking for you. No matter what jail you going, they're going to be thinking that you want to get back. So you might as well get back. And I'm out, y'all. Your boy C-Class, aka the FCC. Like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the bottom.